Books and beans.
Front gate. Library.
Cafeteria.
Writing center.
Zoo with camels.
CMC interviews.
My thesis?
Exams during the first year.
Well, it was statistics exam.
Exams.
Dr. Abizade's first April joke.
Our trip to Vietnam.
My internship at our embassy to Italy.
Jimmy.
Bake sale organized by Charity Club. Hacı Zeynalabdin Tayyip ceremony in 2014.
Social Responsibility Day.
My first ever study trip to Brussels.
When I won Smile Award. In our IR classes, we have been told by Pınar Hanım
That there is a reality out there.
There's a reality out there.
I've learned that there is a reality out there.
There is a reality out there.
There is a reality out there.
There is a reality out there.
Our rector, Ambassador Hafiz Pashaev.
Our ADA super kind bus driver, Alex Berdai.
Dr. Elinur Sultanov.
Galip Mehmet.
Dr. Erkin Durmamedov.
Sariya, Vlad, and people fixing the smart boards.
Dr. Anar Müəllim Vəliyev.
Turgut Müəllim.
My thesis advisor, of course, Dr. Kavus Abushov.
CMC team and Gülnur Hanım.
Dr. Elinur Sultanov. Fariz İsmailzade. Dr. Vefa Kazdadi.
Dr. Azer Abzade.
Our Michael Mackenzie.
Dr. Farid Ahmedov. To keep its superiority in the future.
More students like me. More students like Ilaha.
Stay focused.
A campus with a few more Afghan students.
Please extend the number of credits for the thesis.
ADA, be always happy and healthy.
To be confident in their steps and to be persuasive.
Keep it serious.
Passion.
Prospective future.
All the best. Together forever.
Prospective future.
All the best.
Keep in touch. Bright future and successful career. Happiness, successful career, and again happiness.
Wish them success in their diplomatic career.
Be happy and be lucky in every field of your life. Be happy. Good luck.
Don't put yourself in any situation where you have to take a thesis.
Best of luck.
Lots of sleep and best of luck.
Be successful and unified.
Success. Tight friendship.
And I hope they will not forget me.
I will remember these students, this class, as those who have been very willing to learn and excited about the future. But I think more than a class, I will remember students, certain individual students. I will definitely remember good students. But I think the entire class was composed of good students.
To speak in the language of macroeconomics, which I taught them, my acquaintance with them was like a long-run trend, long-run positive trend without short-run fluctuation. This always smiling, well-mannered, polite and intelligent group of people will and have already actually left very good memories with me.
I wish them to be, first of all, good citizens of their own country and also be a good human.
I wish them good luck. I hope their experience at ADA was useful to them and will be useful for their future careers.
I wish to this class to pursue their dreams, never give up on their dreams, follow their dreams.
This group has been unique in many different ways. But what I appreciated the most was the spark in the eyes of the students, the constant drive and love, passion for knowledge. And I would give them one piece of advice, that this love, drive for knowledge never fades away.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, dear faculty members, dear ambassadors. Welcome to ADA University. welcome to MADIA 2014 graduation ceremony. This is the most exciting day in our academic calendar. This is the end of our academic year, and it's a time for us to celebrate the success of another class which is graduating today and entering a real world. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you very much for sharing our success. Without further ado, let's welcome our students, our graduates, MADIA 2014 class. Here there are 29 graduates from 9 countries: Afghanistan, Georgia, Cameroon, Turkmenistan, Greece, United States of America, Poland, Czech Republic, Latvia, and of course Azerbaijan. 29 graduates who have survived 2 years of intense studies, who have survived exams, who have survived thesis work, and today they are graduating. I think today nobody is more happy than the faculty members, because these faculty members have taught you, have mentored you, have guided you, and let us all together welcome ADA faculty members who have taught MADIA class. Faculty members are joined by Rector of ADA University, Ambassador Hafiz Pashaev, and Provost Dr. Quinn. Welcome. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, ADA University is a very diverse community. We are proud of our diversity, we are proud of our multiculturalism, and we cherish that. Let us all jointly welcome flags of the countries that are represented among ADA student, faculty, and staff body. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful choir at ADA. This choir is young. It's their first year, but they have prepared a good present for you today. Please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Azerbaijan, performed by ADA choir, student choir. And now it's my great pleasure and honor to give the floor to the Dean of School of Public and International Affairs, the person who has taught and guided this graduating class, Dr. Elnur Sultanov, for his greeting remarks. Dr. Sultanov, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Faris. Dear Rector Pashayev, dear students, especially those who are graduating, esteemed faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to welcome you to our graduation ceremony at ADA 2014. Today is a great day. I think most of you, probably all of you would agree with me that this is a great day. But what makes this day great is not that some of our students are graduating. What makes this day great is what they are graduating with. We believe, we hope that these students that we are graduating today are graduating with certain values. And what sets this day apart, what makes this day special, is that belief that we have about what they are graduating with. And I want to mention two things that I think they are going to be carrying with themselves from this university. The first thing, when I look back, what I remember is the classroom. In Azerbaijan, we have a phrase. It's actually an institution. We call it breaking bread. Breaking bread means that people sit down, they share a meal, and by the end of the meal, they are different people. They change their identities. They become a family. But we always forget, most of the time we forget that actually what makes the institution very important, sometimes too important and controversial, but that's another topic, is the fact that they are sharing much more than meal. They are sharing their ideas, they are sharing their feelings and thoughts. And when I look back, when I look at my students and look back, what I remember is the classroom filled with eyes wide shut, discussing, thinking, and sharing ideas. I don't remember breaking bread with my students. Probably we did. But I definitely remember breaking ideas, if you like, with my students, sharing ideas. And if there's anything sacred about today, is that it's celebrating that process, those days where we sat together, we shared ideas, we hold hands, we become enlightened. We became enlightened together, both professors and the students. That's the first thing I want to mention. Second thing, there is something unique about ADA. There is a spirit at ADA that you can feel all the time. It's not about just the beautiful campus that we have. We had the same spirit back in the earlier building. I believe we had the same spirit in 2006 in the small apartment where ADA was established first. That spirit, that sense of mission it's about doing more than what is in your job description. It's about going beyond yourself. It's about going beyond your immediate needs. It's about thinking beyond your career goals. It's about giving to others. It's about caring about others. I always remember the scene from the United States when a friend of mine introduced a lady, a librarian, to me. He said that, look at this lady, you will remember her forever because she's a person who turns your problem into her own problem. I cannot think of a better compliment. And I think we have that at ADA. We have that sense of mission that makes ADA more than what it is. And it's that sense of mission that keeps bringing people to ADA and keeps bringing people back to Azerbaijan, both literally and metaphorically. And those things, that sense of mission I'm talking about, that civic virtue, thinking about the other, caring about the other, it doesn't happen by chance, it doesn't happen by accident, it doesn't come out of the blue. It's a work of flesh and bones individuals, tangible individuals. And I do believe that when Ambassador Pashayev was coming back to Azerbaijan, he wasn't thinking about himself, he wasn't thinking about making extra bucks, he wasn't thinking about fame, he was thinking about others, he was thinking about giving back to society, he was thinking about this obligation as if we owe something to our neighbor. We think about our neighbor. And it's that feeling that lit this fire of the sense of mission that is continuing to this day. But make no mistake, they don't happen by chance and they don't continue by chance. Unless we work very hard, it will disappear. And therefore, what makes me happy today, looking at our students, is my belief and hope that they know how to hold hands and seek truth and share ideas in an uncompromised manner, truth and nothing but truth. And at the same time, they know what we mean by the sense of mission. And I believe that wherever they go, they're going to lit the same fire of that civic virtue I just mentioned. Thank you so much. That's all of my speech. But let me, before the clap that should come, whatever the speech is, introduce our keynote speaker to you, Dr. Samet Seyidov. I don't think he needs much introduction. He is professor of psychology. He's director of the Azerbaijani State University of Languages. At the same time, he has been representing his constituency in the Parliament of Azerbaijan, I think about 3 times in a row. And at the same time, he's the head of the delegation of the Republic of Azerbaijan to the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe. Mr. Seyidov, the floor is yours. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That's really great honor to be together with the future of all countries who are today represented here. Rector, Ambassador, dear friend, Mr. Pashayev, friends, colleagues, this is a really great honor to be here, not only because a lot of very famous and distinguished guests are gathering here, but this is very important and honored to be here because it's great responsibility to have a speech in front of the future, and this future is sitting together with us. This is the future of our country. Being a member of the parliament and as the head of the Azerbaijani delegation to the Council of Europe and rector of the university, I have been asked many times, what is the most important thing for time being for Azerbaijan. Maybe stability, territorial integrity, education, culture. What is the real challenges for time being for this part of geography? Of course, all these things is very important. But there is something else which is really very important for Azerbaijan at this period of time. And I think due to this fact, we will be able to ensure education, culture, and other important things. And I'm determined and confident that the territorial integrity of my country also will be restored because of this fact. This is what we call professionalism. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, professionalism. And this is so important for today and for our country. As an ability to put on the high quality all things which you are doing, as an ability to be on the front line, to present yourself to the others, today is the main important for all of us. And you are lucky, because this university which you have graduated today gave you much more to understanding the essence of these words, bring you close to feel the smell, to be closer to meaning of this word. But frankly speaking, you are not a professional yet, because this great diploma is a very important thing, but this is not enough. From my point of view, 3 very important features, characteristics could be mentioned here during this very special day. And the first one is belief in yourself. If you are able to believe in yourself, you will be able to believe in others. You will be able to believe in love, in life, in other persons, and you will be able to understand what does it mean needs of others who are around you. But this is not enough. The second one, strong will, which drives us, which make us to do much more than we have done in the past, which sometimes gave us possibility to overcome the pain and to success stories achieved and the goals which we have in front of our eyes. And the third one, which is also very important, this is knowledge, skills, and competence. Maybe this seems a little bit strange that I put this knowledge on the third place, but there is a logical sense in this third place, because knowledge and skills could be obtained and gained only if you have strong will, if you have great efforts to do that, what you are thinking about. And will be strong only if you have belief in yourself. The modern world is a world of information, and you should do your best in order to have this world in your hands, to be a part of this world. Otherwise, like a picture on the TV screen or page on the internet side, that would be another world. But if you are thinking to make a world closer to you, you should do your best to be a professional. And I give you an example. At the middle of 90s, when Azerbaijan just gained an independence, and country desperately in need of everything, and especially in a highly qualified specialists, the group of Azerbaijani diplomats, under the auspices, leadership of Ambassador Pashayev, has decided to think about the problems which they faced. They have decided to do their best for education system in Azerbaijan, because they have seen, they saw the level of education all over the world. And they asked themselves, why, if we are able to understand? Why, if we are on the front line, we are not able to do that? And everything started from these words, from these ideas. Belief and self-determination of these people made them move forward, fight, exercise will, get knowledge, skills, and create this, what we have today, Ada University. This is the project. This project is a victory of belief. This project is a victory of hard work and strong will, and victory of knowledge and wisdom, Mr. Rector. I am proud that thanks to these people, today Azerbaijan has become an example not only of big national resources, but became an example of the human capital and creative abilities of Azerbaijanis and other representatives of other nations. Dear graduates, you should know that you are children of this victory. Belief and knowledge which transmitted to you with love and with care. And if you are going to change your world and our world, if you are going to be professionals, in this case, believe in yourself, study hard, obtain knowledge, and become a real professionals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saidov. Thank you very much for being our keynote speaker this year. As you know, every year there's a lot of discussions who should be the keynote speaker. There's a tough competition for this position, and there are many alternatives. But the graduating committee, of course, has deliberated this issue and has unanimously chosen you to be our keynote speaker. And I think you combine all those wonderful things that we strive for: professionalism, ethics, being specialist in foreign affairs, being specialist in education. Thank you very much for being with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, there's another interesting position for graduating ceremony, and that is the position of valedictorian. Valedictorian is someone who is chosen by the class. It is chosen through democratic elections. It is chosen not based on grades, but based on great speaking abilities and someone who truly represents the class. Before I introduce this year's valedictorian, I want to say that the last year's valedictorian has decided to come here all the way from Gambia. So Hadi was our valedictorian last year. She's here with us. We have some other interesting alumni from last year's class here with us. We have Vinita from Fiji. She's also here with us. We have Thomas from Argentina. He is with us. And of course, you know Allah and Vladimir, who are with us here all the time. So the alumni class have come to support. And now it's my great honor and pleasure to introduce to you the MADIA 2014 valedictorian, Ms. Gulnara Hasanova.
Honorable Dr. Samet Saidov, Ambassador Hafiz Pashayev, distinguished guests, faculty, administrative staff, dear family members and friends. On behalf of the class, MADIA 2014, we thank you all for sharing this exciting day with us. Let me start my commencement speech with the lines by Mother Teresa. Life is an opportunity. Benefit from it. Life is a beauty. Admire it. Life is a dream. Realize it. Life is a challenge. Meet it. A couple of years ago, when we were admitted to ADA, it was still ADA, it might seem to us merely a 2-year journey of our life. But since ADA University granted us hundreds of opportunities to benefit from, taught us to meet challenges, let us admire beauty around us, and realize some of our dreams, we realized that we experienced the whole life during these 2 years. Whenever and wherever we start our journey, We do it with passion for knowledge, adventure, new emotions, and new discoveries. Along with getting knowledge and honing our skills, we also had a chance to express ourselves here, to establish ADA clubs, such as Horizons and Charity Club, to represent the class through the student government, to attend conferences, to take part in different competitions and arrangement of various events at ADA, or become the Oscars winners. Besides, thanks to unique events organized at ADA, which allowed us to meet experienced diplomats and high-ranking officials and scholars, it became so ordinary to us to communicate with such outstanding people as Thomas de Waal, Frederick Starr, Richard Morningstar, and incumbent President of the Republic of Dagestan. In fact, number of such high-level visits here is countless. I guess our class will never forget how the former President of Lithuania randomly turned up at our statistics exam, and students had a chance to exchange few words with him. Likewise, we were happy to travel from Brussels to Tokyo, from Hanoi to Bishkek and Ulaanbaatar, and discover new culture and business opportunities of those countries. Here, we would like to express our gratitude to everyone who touched our life during these years. First of all, I'm thankful to my parents who supported my endeavors. In hard times when I could not go on, they didn't tell me, do it because you have to do it. They said, do it because you can. And this was one of the greatest motivations for me. I'm sure many of us would be grateful to their parents for making us believe in ourselves. Likewise, on behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank our professors who taught us to look beyond our capacity and try to instill in us a passion for knowledge. Since we had only 3 female professors, let me start from ladies. We are thankful to Ms. Wafa Kazdal and Ms. Cheryl, who instructed us to support our arguments and provide evidences. Hopefully, they will find enough evidence in my speech. Let's give a round of applause to him. Also to Dr. Pinar Bederkhanoglu, who taught us that there is reality out there, even in ideal world. Now I'll proceed with our male professors. We want to express our gratitude to Dr. Farid Ahmedov, who cultivated in us to have an attentive approach, hence to everything, through his every single word matters. To the most enthusiastic professor we have ever seen, Dr. Elnur Sultanov, who supported almost every idea of ours because we were expected to bring something new in our research papers. To the person who convinced us not to reject the hypothesis that students and professor can become close friends. This is Dr. Azarabzada. We are grateful to Dr. Anar Valiyev, thanks to whom we met every situation saying, okay, but why? Meaning that we have to distinguish between causation and correlation of events. To Dr. Kavus Abushov, who contributed to the development of our deep thinking and taught us to construct and deconstruct every social concept. To Dr. Ilkin Nurmamedov, whose gentle smile always reminds us that we have to meet any challenge with smile, right? To Dr. Fuad Aliyev, who made us experts in Central Asia through weekly papers and teamworks and even informative documentaries that we could watch with popcorn, voice of Dr. Aliyev. We are thankful to all our adjunct and visiting professors, Sherman Garnett, Corneli Kakachia, Matthew Ziller, Azar Mursagulov, Farian Sabahi, and Inam Karimov. We were also lucky to take lectures from Ambassador Araz Azimov, who shared his experience with us, be it negotiation process or rare information about this or another country where he paid a working visit. To all of us, he became a nice example of devoted expert in his field. Although we complained about interviews during our exam week and team projects, indeed we are thankful to Career Management Center for teaching us how to decide what path to take and how to become competitive in labor market. And finally, we can answer the question, where do we see ourselves in 2 years, in 5 years, even in 10 years? We would also like to thank Fariz Malim and Emin Malim, the biggest supporters of student-led initiatives. Galip Malim for his encouraging speech. And positive member of our community, our devoted Facebook follower, Turgut Malim, who always has answers to our questions and replies to our mails within a couple of minutes. Exactly. Our greatest thanks goes to the person whom we admire from the bottom of our heart for his passions and kind approach, for being responsive to all concerns of students, the founder of Dream School, His Excellency Ambassador Hafiz Pashayev. We wish we had more time to thank every single contributor in our community, starting from library team who are always eager to help, to technical team that let us enjoy fresh cut grass in campus. In general, to all those, well-being of our sitting here depends on. Of course, no student life would be memorable without amazing, talented, smart and funny classmates who helped you easily adapt to the new environment, who would call for group work to prepare for exams despite of lack of time, with whom you didn't feel lonely and could always ask for advice, and who would remember your neologisms and tease you for the lost voice in the middle of capstone meetings, but then there to be your interpreter. Among us, you can find IR theorists and businessmen, smart board experts and creative directors, photographers and restaurant guides, imitators who cause merry laughter, economists and future politicians, and oilmen, to be precise, oil ladies. We all came here with different backgrounds, different hopes, different expectations, but with one common goal, successful future. Therefore, our motto is, we are on a long, narrow road, which means that there is still a long way to go. Life is going on. We move forward slowly, but determined in our path. Who knows? Maybe one day we will confess, I'm proud to study with this guy, and even ask for an autograph. Despite thousands of stressful and sleepless nights, pressure of deadlines, exams, burden of group projects, we had millions of joyful moments. We enjoyed parties. We celebrated birthdays, weddings, birth of our MADIA 14's first baby boy, and shared academic achievements. Frankly, there was no need to go outside to hang out. Daily chats during lunchtime in the cafeteria were enough to charge ourselves with energy and go back to the library with full enthusiasm. We became so close that sometimes it seems we know each other for a decade. And I think friendship is the strongest side of our group, because you can go further and further with the best friends who would share your joy and sorrow, who would prepare your thesis defense together with you, who would give you support or would not be afraid to criticize you for your mistakes in order to improve yourself. I wish no distance and no positions would separate us from one another. As a graduating student, I would advise our successors to make friendship for life, as we did, to take every single opportunity given to you by ADA University, to be confident and determined in your goals, and to value people that support you. Let's give a round of applause to ourselves. I would like to finalize my speech with Mevlana Rumi's adage. As you start to walk out on the way appears. So don't be afraid to step. Be confident and walk on. ADA University has provided us with the platform to fly. My dear fellows, I wish your journeys to be safe and fruitful. Hopefully, not diploma itself, but knowledge, experience, inspiration and friendship that we attained here at ADA University will become our ticket to the future flights and bring us to the right place. On this positive note, let's remember Happy Song, which turned out to be our second anthem at ADA University. And clap along if you're happy to graduate. Clap along if you want to congratulate. Clap along if you think we did it. Clap along if you are thankful to ADA University.
Thank you very much, Gulnara. Thank you. This was a great speech, and you brought music with yourself. Thank you. And now we have a very interesting procedure. The graduating class will pass the ADA flag to the returning class of Madians. So I would like to invite ADA flag and the class president, Laman Azizova, to pass the flag to the returning students. Absence of our current class president Lilioza, the flag was accepted by member of student government, student from Pakistan, Bushra Zia. And now it's my great honor and pleasure to give the floor to Rector of ADA University, Ambassador Hafiz Pashayev.
Thank you, Fariz, and so interesting and so brilliant, I would say, speeches were presented before me that it made me, even put me in a difficult position. Samat, my dear friend, it was excellent speech. Thank you. Elnur, you did a great job as always. And Gulnar, you did very good, especially those parts when you talk about me. Dear MADIA Class 2014, distinguished keynote speaker, dear guests, last year we celebrated the accomplishment of our graduating class by handing out diplomas in our new campus for the first time. This year's procession marks another first. We are graduating our first class under the name of ADA University. 8 years ago, when Azerbaijan Diplomatic Academy was established, we had a vision to expand it beyond diplomacy, to turn it into the university, where Azerbaijani and international students would study together with a simple goal in mind: to become innovative global leaders who are committed to making difference in the region and throughout the world. This vision became true this year with the decree of the President of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, establishing ADA University on the basis of Diplomatic Academy and Information Technologies University. Now, the logo that you see around the campus stands for a full-fledged university with the 4 schools: School of Public and International Affairs, School of Business, School of Humanities and Sciences, and School of Information Technologies and Engineering. Those of you who have known us for a little while can attest that ADA never stops on the accomplishment. I can tell you already that the next year we are going to have another first. The first graduating class of MPP program and the pioneer graduating class of Executive MBA. Also, this September, we will welcome our first incoming students to full MBA program. But tonight we celebrate you, dear MADIA graduates. On behalf of faculty and staff, I congratulate you on your great success. In a few minutes, our 29 fresh graduates will join the increasing pool of ADA alumni. Students, whether they are current or long graduated, are what university is about. They promote the reputation of school, which relies largely on how successful graduates are in the real world. This process is a two-way street. If a school becomes well known for producing graduates that are intelligent, innovative, and effective in their fields, then its reputation will grow. On the other hand, new graduates will have better job prospects because they are coming out of well-known school, and the process will continue. In case of ADA University, this process seems to be working pretty well. Our Career Management Center reports that around 90% of ADA graduates get employed within the first 3 months of their graduation. Overall, currently 93% of ADA alumni, both national and international, is employed in wide spectrum of fields, from public to private to development. But beyond statistics, ADA alumni formed a network built on the bond of friendship that will last for life. A few days ago, MADIA class of 2012 got their own informal reunion at the wedding of the classmate Tibor Srilazi in Budapest, while MADIA class of 2013 gathered in Baku to celebrate nuptials of their classmate, Turkana Allahverdieva. Even our last year valedictorian speaker, Hadi, who was mentioned here already, traveled from Gambia to join them. This is exactly the relationship we always envisioned for our students to build with each other. I am happy that the essential skills of initiative, teamwork, and collaboration needed for future leaders remain with our students well beyond their time at ADA. MADIA class of 2014 started their studies in small building on Shamil Aziz Bey Street, but they are graduating in a campus where the School of Public and International Affairs has its own magnificent building. Our campus is growing and facilities are getting more efficient and beautiful with every year. One of the first things we are getting complimented on by frequent foreign dignitaries who visit ADA is the campus. But in my opinion, the beauty of this place, real beauty of this place, is in more than architecture. It is in presence of young minds in their never-ending project ideas, in busy classrooms, in halls echoing debates, in whispering discussions through the library, in students resting after proclamation lights on couches in Caravanserai. Although sometimes I'm not sure whether they are resting or simply looking for a cool place to sleep. The beauty of this campus lies in fact that we all come here every day to learn and share our learning experience with each other. I learn from my interactions with students. When I see what great young people we have here and what great hope for future of Azerbaijan they are, I get inspired and motivated to work harder and make this university a better place. And without getting too emotional, I'd like to note that students teach me how to stay young and keep up with them. There are two important groups of people that share this moment of ultimate academic success with our graduates. I would like to greet and congratulate both of them and thank them. Of course, they are faculty and parents. Faculty who does not just teach, but serve as mentors and guides, who encourage thinking outside of the box, enhance motivation and achievement. Here at ADA, we strive to attract the faculty members who are recognized experts in their fields. As they say, a teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. I am confident when each of you reflect on your time at ADA in the future, there will always be someone among your teachers you will pinpoint who made a difference in your life. And parents, of course, who went through your trials and tests for these past 2 years with you. Your academic success today is another milestone they add to your family history. Yet this milestone is not the end, it is only the beginning. You are taking your diplomas to start the biggest learning experience, which is life itself. But I am confident that you will face this learning experience with the best set of the skills, because you are ADA University graduates. I wish you the best in any endeavor you might venture, crossing this bridge that will lead you from Ada Island to the bigger world. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ambassador Pashayev. Thank you for your advisory words, and thank you for being role model to the students. I think you are one of the favorites of the whole ADA community among the graduating class. So now we have the most exciting moment. We have the moment when the students, the graduating students, will receive their diplomas. They have successfully finished all exams. They have successfully finished defense of thesis. Right, Farzin? And now they will be getting their ADA University diplomas. For that, I would like to invite Rector Ambassador Hafiz Pashayev, Provost Dr. Quinn, and Associate Provost Anar Valiyev to distribute diplomas.
Okay, thank you very much, Faris. So without delaying any kind of the moment, I'll just ask you to approach and just to get your diploma that you just waited for so long period of time. So the first one I will just come is Abdul Wahid Rahimi. Please come from Afghanistan. Look at that, look at that. Afag Alizadeh. Ayşem Velieva, Georgia.
I thought you will do that.
Yeah, he's doing it. Ali Antoinette, Cameroon. Araz Borçalı. Asif Ramazanov. Aygul İsmailova. Begli Ana Muradov, Turkmenistan. Eleni Gikola, Greece. Farzin Farzad, USA. Gülnar Bayramova. Gülnara Hasanova.
Oh, you had
Günay Dashtamirova. He will kiss you. So you will be kissing. Günel Osmanova. Hacer Hüseyinova. İlahi Abbaszadeh. Leman Azizova. Mateusz Wysocki, Poland. Nurana Sardarlı. Ramiz Hacızade. Rugiya Melikova. Sabina Tagiyeva. Samir Sultansoy. Samra Humbatova. Serhan Hüseyinov. Şafa Mehmedli. Tereza Kataskova, Czech Republic. Tuncay Musazade. Last but not least, Uldis Viljurus, Latvia.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. On behalf of everyone, congratulations. And you may do this. You may do this. There you go. Finish. Last but not least.
In the beginning of the academic year, each student in ADA University has received a medallion. It's a medallion of the honor. I would like to give the floor to Provost Dr. Queen to say something about that.
I don't know if glasses work with this hat, but I'll try. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, almost all the metaphors and allegories and symbolism that came out today seem to have their roots in poetry, so I don't want you to forget the liberal arts while you're here, okay? Graduate, but don't forget you owe it a little bit to the liberal arts. At this point, you have come in your education where your earned degrees have been conferred. I cannot help but thinking of you sitting here 10 months ago at the honor ceremony on another warm and sunny day. Do you remember that day 10 months ago when you stood here, sat there? On that day we offered you the medallion that hangs around your necks. At that time we asked you to take a pledge of honesty, a pledge of trust. You agreed to that. You agreed. And now you've successfully accomplished your dreams of graduating with an MA from our School of Diplomacy and International Affairs. But, before you walk away from this ceremony, one small ritual is required. I would ask you to stand, graduates. To stand. Graduates. Well, you can't expect me to do everything perfectly, can you, really? Are you over there? Okay. You can take off your hats for a moment. Now, that medallion that you have around your necks is a dedication to your discipline and your trust in us, the ADAU administration, the ADA staff, but primarily, as everyone has said today, to your faculty who have taught you and educated you. Can I ask you, just for a moment, to take one glance back at the faculty on this stage to whom you owe so much? Because they're never going to be assembled like this again, ever. So take one last look. There they are, your future and your past. They have the ones who have worked hard to work hand in hand to guarantee your success. We do know here at ADA that knowledge does not come without an effort or an isolation. But you have also learned in your quest for the MA degree that one doesn't achieve success without the presence of your fellow students. They have been there when you've struggled. Your fellow students have been there to share your successes. And now, here, in the summer sun of Baku, in the glow of admirations from your families, your friends, your colleagues, I ask you now to exchange with your fellow students the medallions that you hold in your hands. Place the medallions of your university over each other's necks. And while performing this act, pledge yourselves to good fellowship and support each other wherever you shall meet again. You have learned together, you will graduate together, but now you are ADA graduates forever. Congratulations from the bottom of all our hearts. Now go out there and show the world what you're made of.
Thank you, Dr. Quinn. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming towards the end of our ceremony. Please rise for the anthem of ADA University.
Peace
special thanks to ADA choir, ADA student choir, and special thanks to ADA bachelor student Elnur Imambelli, who has written the words of this ADA anthem. Now the final word belongs to rector.
By virtue of authority vested in me, I declare MADIA 2014 class graduated.